Today, we're going to dive into something pretty amazing, a children's book that actually makes finance fun. Seriously. We're going to see how My Money Magic takes these huge topics like budgeting and investing and turns them into actual superpowers for kids. Let's get right into it. So, right off the bat, the book opens with this question. And that one sentence just changes everything, doesn't it? This isn't going to be about boring spreadsheets or confusing jargon. Nope, this is about unlocking something powerful inside you. It's such a perfect way to set the tone for this whole adventure. All right, so first up is what the book calls the call to adventure. Just like in any great story, our hero gets a call to do something amazing. And in this case, it's the call to understand the real superpower of money. So what is this superpower they're talking about? Well, it's not money itself. It's financial literacy. And what I love is how the book defines this. It's not about just getting rich. It's a power that helps you chase your dreams and, just as importantly, help other people. It totally reframes a pretty dry concept into something really inspiring. But before you can master the magic, you gotta understand the wand, right? And here, the wand is money. The book starts so simply by explaining bartering. I mean, just imagine trying to trade your apples for a new pair of shoes. It shows you exactly why money was invented. It's just a tool that we all agree has value, and it makes our lives so much easier. So now that we get the tool, it's time to learn the first spells. This is where the magic really starts. We're talking about the foundational ideas that the book introduces for the younger kids, maybe around 7 to 9 years old. And the very first spell is a big one. And honestly, it's something even adults have to practice. It's learning the difference between what you need and what you want. The book's examples are just perfect. A warm jacket? That's a need. But those awesome shoes with the flashing lights? Total want. It's so simple and clear, you get it in a second. This next lesson is so important. Money comes from effort. It doesn't just magically appear out of nowhere. The book lays out this really clear path. You help out with chores, you get an allowance for your work, and boom, you learn that your effort creates value. It's a fundamental lesson for life. Okay, this idea is absolutely brilliant. How do you explain saving to a kid? It's kind of abstract. Will you use a clear jar? It's that simple, but it's genius. They can literally see their money growing. It turns saving from this boring idea into a fun, visual game that they're winning every single day. And here's where we get a real piece of magic. The book introduces budgeting with something it calls the 3-jar trick. It's a simple, powerful system. 50% goes into your spend jar, 40% into save, and 10% into a give jar. Right away, this builds such a healthy mindset about money that it's okay to enjoy it, but it's also important to plan for your future and to think about others. Okay, so our little money magician has the basic spells down. Now it's time to level up. This next part is all about going beyond the piggy bank. It's designed for slightly older kids, maybe 10 to 12, and it takes us from the magic of a few jars into the wider world of finance. I absolutely love this phrase. You're not just budgeting, you're a budget boss. See how that changes things? It reframes budgeting from being a restriction into being a source of power. The message is so clear. A budget means you are in control of your money, not the other way around. Let's be honest, banks can feel complicated, even for grown-ups. But the book just breaks it down so well. A savings account? Oh, that's just a super secure piggy bank that actually pays you a little extra money, which is called interest. And a checking account? That's for the money you need to use every day. These analogies just make the whole system feel way less scary. All right, it is time for the final boss level, mastering advanced magic. This is where the book tackles investing, a topic that can confuse most adults and somehow makes it understandable and, you know what, even kind of fun. And that's the big question, right? Stocks, ownership, the market, these are really complex ideas. So how on earth do you break that down for a 10-year-old without their eyes glazing over? Well, the book's approach is surprisingly simple. Get this, it all comes down to a lemonade stand. A stock, the book says, is just like owning a tiny little piece of your friend's super popular lemonade business. If the stand does great, your piece is worth more. And just like that, in one simple story, the whole concept of owning a piece of a company makes perfect sense. And if that wasn't clever enough, wait till you see how it explains risk. It uses this awesome amusement park analogy. Stocks, they're like a roller coaster, super exciting with big ups and big downs. Bonds, They're more like a gentle train ride, calm, steady, and pretty predictable. With just those two images, the difference becomes crystal clear. So from there, the book introduces a really important investing rule using a phrase we have all heard a million times. By using a saying that's so familiar, it makes the complex idea behind it feel instantly accessible. And this is the why behind that old saying. Diversification is really just about spreading your money around to lower your risk. So if your roller coaster investment breaks down one day, it's okay, because you still have money on the gentle train and all the other rides. It keeps your whole portfolio safer. So after this whole incredible journey, we reach the final section, the financial superhero. The young magician has learned the spells, they've mastered the advanced magic, and now they are fully equipped with a toolkit of skills to take on the future. And this table really sums up the genius of the whole book. Look at it. Every single complex financial idea is tied to a simple, powerful, and memorable analogy. The three-jar trick, the super secure piggy bank, the lemonade stand. These aren't just cute stories. They're mental shortcuts that make these lessons stick with you forever. And all of this leads to the ultimate lesson. The book makes it clear again and again that the goal isn't just to have a giant pile of money. The real magic, the real superpower, is knowing how to use money as a tool to build the life you dream of and to make the world a little bit better. So we'll end on the same challenge the book gives its readers. It's taught you the spells, it's revealed the secrets, it's basically handed you the magic wand. So the final and really the most important question is, what are you going to do with that power?